Tonight, from Seattle, Washington, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Trey Lance and the San Francisco 49ers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Lance. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. So a change of possession here on the punt. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. Lance now on first down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, 47 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Lance going to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. They set up the screen for Sermon. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Toward the... He got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Lance now to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After the sack on first down, Lance. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Lance. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now,
that's caught inside the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever. They came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him, or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a run with Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. We see Drew Lock in the offense coming back on. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard, but they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Well, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, gets him out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
Out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guy.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Throwing now is Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
He's going to launch it for Washington. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now play fake. Lance. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sideline.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Fielded just inside the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Baker Mayfield, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Now Locke. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, 30 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
And he's going to get in for the score, and the lead now cut to 14. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
The DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the San Fran 20. It's a big play there for Seattle.
One of the good things about throwing it in his direction, he usually has the size advantage on those two-man catches.
And what I like about his game is that he carries himself at his full height. He understands it's an advantage and uses it at every opportunity.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he pushed it. Pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The run on 1st down gets him a couple up to the 27.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun. Lance over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 38, Lance. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 32 yards. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. DK Metcalf for the Seattle offense about set to take over once again.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back to throw. Lock. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bird will not bring this out, and the drive will begin at the 25. So Lance and the Niners down by 2 touchdowns. Less than 90 seconds to go. Now Lance.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Back to throw. Lance being chased out left. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Trey Lance taking it in himself to cap the drive with a touchdown run.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is caught, and he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading 000. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down and attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Now a first throw here in overtime.
Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoffs.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.